Greetings, you scholarly people probably hopped up on coffee like me. Today I have a kind of a strange subject dealing with the end times. We'll talk about the only description in the Bible that mentions the physical appearance of the Antichrist. Now, anti doesn't necessarily mean against, but it can mean in place of. So, in this case, it's actually both. Now, I want to qualify that we are looking for Christ, not the Antichrist. However, when you see the stage being arranged for him to come to power and the technology and all that being in place, you know the season of the rapture is before that. It's kind of like this. When the Christmas lights come out, you know, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So God put it in the Bible so it is there for us to look at, as he doesn't do things that are superfluous. Ooh, big word. Now we have to go to Daniel 2 first. As Daniel interpreted Nebuchadnezzar's dream, he saw the statue with a head of gold, which represented Babylon, breast and arms of silver, which represented the Medo-Persian Empire. For his belly and thighs was fine brass, which represented Greece under Alexander the Great and his generals after that. Then his legs were made of iron, which represented Rome. And finally, his feet were iron mixed with miry clay, which was a revived Roman Empire under the Antichrist. Now in Daniel 2, verse 43, we get this strange verse. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. Whoever they are, they're not of the seed of men. Are they Nephilim, possibly posing as aliens to explain the rapture? Are they helping the Antichrist and the false prophet in this way to explain the rapture? I don't know. L.A. Marzulli and the late Chuck Missler, as well as others, believe so. Nephilim were the genetic chimeras that came before the flood and then again in Canaan after the flood, like Goliath and his four brothers, when angels came down and mated with women and produced giants. They're totally evil and not redeemable. Christ did not become a Nephilim to redeem them. This was just an attack by Satan on the creation of God. Many scholars believe that when they died, their spirits became what we call demons. Demons always seek embodiment. They seem to be different than fallen angels. Angels don't need to seek embodiment because they can become solid, they can eat, engage in war. Demons, though, need another body each time. Anyway, the Antichrist will come to power. Chuck Missler calls him Mr. Big Mouth because he speaks boastful things. He'll come in peaceably, speaking great things. Now, we can't forget that he has a partner in crime, the false prophet, who along with Satan make up a counterfeit trinity. Soon, though, he goes after tribulation Christians and he prevails against them. Now, we know that we're told that the gates of hell will not prevail against the church. But after the church is gone and then some people get saved after the rapture, Satan will prevail against them, and many will be martyred. Then the Antichrist goes into the newly rebuilt temple, and maybe he helps with the rebuilding of it. He proclaims himself to be God and sets up an idol of himself to be worshipped. At this point, many of the faithful will flee to the wilderness. Now, is this the rock city of Petra? I'm not sure, but it sounds like a good candidate. And they will be protected by God. Now, it may be at this midpoint of the 7-year trib that there's an assassination attempt. Now, this is where we get into the description of the Antichrist. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 17. Woe to the idle shepherd, and this is referencing the Antichrist, that leaveth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. Now, is this why he requires a mark on the right hand or forehead to identify with his wounds? Not sure. It could be. Links will be given to you at the bottom, and I hope this blesses you, and may God richly bless you.